Hello, Terry here, and we are back with Cemetery Mary, and we are being kidnapped by Twyla. Well, of course not, but just to be fun like that. We are going to Twyla's house for whatever reason, I don't know. But yeah, either way, enough talk, let's continue playing the game, shall we? She crawled into the backseat and I followed suit. Buckling into the car seat, it felt incredibly strange. Coven's family always had a bit of money themselves, but never like this. Yeah, Twyla is damn rich. Anyways, you want to see what I took, right? Yes, please. What is it? Twyla reached around and presented me with a wooden box. It wasn't until she opened it that I felt alarm. I thought it was a book. It's a knife. Fascinating. Nothing in the... Oh, the knife is very... Segre... What do you call those knives with those little spikes like that? That's all I could say. And that looks like an eye. Very interesting. A knife? You stole a knife from him? How did you even know he had this? And also, why did we steal a knife? That's not important. She said, closing the box and putting it back down. Is this connected to why he doesn't let you into his store anymore? No, but again, that's not important. Do you think he was using that to, Mary? He has a hook for his hand. I'm not sure he needs the knife to begin with. Well, I can say for sure, but it's anyone's guess. Don't you feel safer that he doesn't have it on him? I suppose. I don't know. I suppose, but... But come on, here's the thing. If that's your argument, then probably anyone shouldn't own a knife in the first place. But yeah, not for a gun. I don't know. I still don't like that we stole from him. Listen, we did the right thing. Trust me. I'll give it back to him after all this through, and he's proven innocent, okay? Alright. What if he noticed it's gone and thinks I took it? Well then, probably a good idea you don't go back there. Oh no. No, Mary. We sat in silence the rest of the car ride. When I looked at Twyla, it was like she was staring off, very intently, at nothing at all. She looked like she going over different ideas in her head. Deep in thought. I didn't want to disturb her process or anything. Yes. And? Twyla had just told me she was rich. Yeah, she did. So rich that she had a chauffeur to drive her wherever she needed to be. But despite that, yep. Twyla's place. Goddamn, bro. I didn't expect her to be this rich. We had to pass through a gate to even get in. She even had a fountain in the front. Wow, quick, steal it. Steal the fountain. Oh my goodness, Twyla. You really live like this? Damn, bitch, you live like this? Yeah. I told you I was rich, didn't I? We got out of the car together and the chauffeur drove off slowly. As soon as I exited, my nose was bombarded with the smell of freshly cut grass and fragrant flowers that adorned the front of the house. Even though it had been raining today, nothing smelled like the dampness of rain, or even seem overly affected by it. It felt like I had just stepped onto an entirely new planet. By the way, I live with my uncle. I'm very sure he's home right now. You might have to say hi to him. Oh, that's fine. I'm just warning you because he can be kinda sleazy. Oh, hardly has a good attitude and often flirts with girls he doesn't know. Oh, okay. I see. Yeah, but now that I think about it, it's usually only for pretty girls, so you should be fine. No! Whoa, Twyla! I see. No, Mary! Destruction. We walk up the tall staircase in front and Twyla unlocked the double doors. I never saw you back then, only at the true ending. As soon as we got inside, it appeared as if her uncle was leaving. Ah, Twyla, home already? Yeah, I needed to bring someone over for business. Ah, I see. Well, I was just about to head out myself. But it'd be rude of me not to introduce myself, of course. I'm Dancing. And what would your name be, little lady? Stay silent. No, don't do that. I'm Mary. Oh, my name is Mary. It's nice to meet you, Sir Dancing. A pleasure to meet you as well. Anyways, I ought to take my leave now. I'll be running late if I stay any longer. Oh ho ho ho. Okay. I'll leave you little ladies to your business. And perhaps I'll see you again soon. Yeah, sure. And after that he was gone. Your uncle looks like a cartoon super villain. yeah, he do be like that. Yeah, I know. He looks idiotic. It's embarrassing being related to him. Well, I don't know if I go that far. Come on, I didn't bring you here to talk about my uncle. Let's go. Twyla led me through her house. It was pretty big on the inside and very nicely decorated. To think that she just lived here felt wild. I didn't get to have too good of a look at her home though. Twyla led me into a room that looked like a den, almost. Or maybe some kind of storage room. No, that's her room. Compared to the rest of the house, it seems a bit messy. As if the room itself belonged to a completely different house. There were instruments nearest the wall and small tables with playing cards sprawled across them. There were lots of cabinets and drawers, but I had no idea what they might be holding. It was strange, but somewhat cozy as well. Like some sort of tucked-away activity room. Twyla led me to one of the tables and told me to take a seat while she readied herself. I sat and waited for her to be ready and she pulled out a laptop, as well as a notepad and some other things. She sat across from me and opened her laptop, but once she had everything prepared, the entire aura of the room felt different. Interesting. What logo is that? Also, this looks like the Evangelion scene. I never watched Evangelion, but Evangelion, how do you say the name? I never watched it, but yeah, the developer herself compared the picture of the Evangelion scene and this one. So, yep, pretty interesting to know, isn't it? It felt compressed, full of pressure. Like this really was some sort of interrogation. Like I was somehow in trouble. I'm going to ask you a few questions, Mary. I want to know about your aunt and uncle that died. Be honest and tell me all the details. Okay. Sure. What should I do? I said I wanted to help Twyla, but do I really want to tell her the truth of everything that's happened? I know she is doing it for a good cause, but is she? She is still a stranger to me. I hardly know anything about her, except for the magnificent eyebrow. But if I lie, will she be able to tell? Will it ruin the investigation? If I lie about what really happened, am I offering the butcher another chance to get away? Will I share blame if someone dies because I didn't tell the truth? Ask away whenever you're ready. Alright then. To start, how old were your aunt and uncle? Be honest? Well, I don't always remember their exact ages. I don't think they were the same age. And it was kinda obvious too. My uncle was kinda old, and it was beginning to show on his face. But my aunt still looked pretty good for her age. Sometimes she even looked younger than my mom, if I'm honest. Oh, but don't tell my mom I said that. Oh, okay. I will snitch on your mom. Right, next question, I guess. Right. So, were you ever given a reason to suspect they may be dying soon? Huh? How do you mean? Well, before they died. Were you ever worried that they would die soon? Be honest? No, I never would have thought of that. They were both so healthy and full of life. They just... I don't know. Felt like the kind of people I would know forever. I see. Of course, that brings me to ask. How did they die? Be honest? They went out together one night. I don't know exactly where or why, but I just thought it was some sort of date night. They were supposed to meet up with a friend or two. But we got a call, and they were just gone. Gone. Well, like, dead, you know. But how did they die? I don't know. I wasn't allowed to see them. And no one spoke much about it in front of me, so I don't know much of the details either. It wasn't in the news or anything big. I don't think so. I don't know. All I know was that my uncle had blood on his clothes, maybe some rip and tears. And no one is really sure how my aunt died. I don't think... I see. Well... I think that's all I need. Twyla type up some final words before closing her laptop and getting up from her chair. That's it? We are done? Yes, that's all I need right now. Thank you for agreeing to come talk with me. I was a bit taken aback by how short it took. We traveled all the way to Twyla's house just to talk for a short while. She didn't even ask me for their names or anything, because she knows. Probably. I don't even know what sort of information she really got out of it. I doubt that I was being overly helpful. So, what do we do now? Well, I'll be continuing my own research, but you can go home for now. Really? That's all you needed me for? Mm-hmm. It's not quite what I was expecting to hear, but it certainly helps me a lot. Really? Yes, it helps give me some more insight on some things that have been happening lately. But that's all I need from you. Right now, at least. As I said, you can go home now. You're sure? Yeah, I mean, why not? I mean, we came all this way. At least we can play the dartboard. And I feel like I hardly did anything. You did more than enough, Mary. Please leave. I need to focus on the research I've been collecting, and the last thing I need is a headache. Oh, I understand. I'll text my driver to pick you up out front. Give me your address so I can send it to him too. Oh, that won't be necessary. He can just, drop me off by the cemetery. Why? Just 'cause. I just, don't feel like going home right now. Alright then. Okay. After saying goodbye, I went out front to the car that would drive me back to the cemetery. It was a bit of a quiet and awkward ride, but I arrived there safely, so I can complain. I had gotten later than I thought, however. I didn't realize how fast the time flew by. There wasn't much else for me to do with the day at this point. It wasn't long before I decided to just take the bus back home again. and we are going home. And nothing of note really happened after that, except, well, the phone call. And we can skip it. Things were quiet for a bit after that. I wondered if they were done texting me. Yes, this is after we done texting the mysterious number. But to my surprise, I got a text a few months later. Interesting. I expected it to be them, but instead it was... Hi, are you awake right now? Twyla? What could she want so late? Yes, I'm awake. Why do you ask? You don't have any plans tomorrow, do you? Other than standing around the cemetery all day? Well, when you put it like that... No, I'm not busy. Oh good, then we can do it sooner rather than later. I want you to head somewhere with me tomorrow. Where? You'll find out when we get there. Can I know? No. Why not? Because I don't want you refusing to come with. You think I refuse to help you? I don't know. You seem kind of sensitive, that's all. Trust me, it's not that bad. You don't even have to do a lot. Okay. Remember when you were a distraction for me earlier today? Yeah? Well, you're just going to be doing that again, but someplace different. Oh. See? See what? You're already chickening out. I'm not. So you'll help me then? In case you forgot, this is for the sake of capturing a murderer, you know. Okay. Marry you, chicken. I didn't forget. I'll come with, just as long as you don't steal anything this time. I shouldn't need to. At least not anything important. I'll see you tomorrow then. What's your address? I'll come pick you up. Oh, well... I'll be at the cemetery by then, surely. Really? I'm planning to go pretty early. Yes, I'll be there. I'm not really at home that often, so... Besides, it will be easier for you to drive too, I'm sure. Whatever floats your boat, I guess. Can you meet me by the cemetery at 7:30? 7:30? Oh, that early? The early birds get the worm after all. You are a bird. That's not a problem for you, is it? Oh no, it's fine. I'll be there. Alright, good. I guess I better go to bed then. Twyla didn't respond after that message. Seeing how early I would have to get up the next day, I tucked myself into the covers and tried to rush myself to sleep. It wasn't easy, especially when I didn't know where Twyla would be taking me. But eventually I was able to fall asleep. It was still somewhat dark out when I woke up the next morning. I could hear Croven snoring in his bed as I brushed my hair and got dressed for the day. Honestly, I wasn't even sure when the bus would be coming, as I never really took the bus that early before. But I caught one and was waiting by the cemetery gates when Twyla's car pulled up. Once again, she had a chauffeur taking us. I tried not to question it. After all, she's probably used to getting around like this. She's rich. Once I was in the car with her and we were driving, I felt it appropriate to ask her again where we were going. And she answered. A retirement home? What? Why? Yes. Yes, Mary, we are going to kick some elderly ass. No, don't do that. This is supposed to help us catch the butcher? That's what I'm hoping anyways. If I may ask, why there? Well, one reason a murderer is being suspected is because of the spike in deaths lately. I know there's more people have been spreading about them being violent, but after doing research on all the recent deaths we have had, I've noticed a majority of them were above 65 years old. People in that age group have been dying the most in this area. Interesting. What? Well, I mean, isn't that normal? A bit expected? For older or elderly people to be dying? Yeah, but the way they die, Mary. Exactly. Huh? I don't think I catch your drift. Ah, so the murder wouldn't be suspected because the people who died are expected to die. Mary, if you were a serial killer who, to avoid risk of getting caught, didn't want to be known at all, who would you kill? I don't know. You kill someone who's already expected to die, of course. Even if an autopsy proves otherwise, most people will still assume they died of old age. Or a heart attack, or some sickness, or some other age-related issue. Maybe a few people will be suspicious, and even spread rumors about you. But majority would think there's nothing unusual about an old person dying. I never thought of it like that. So we are going there to look for clues? Evidence? Something like that. How can you be so certain about this? What if we don't find anything, or what if we get in trouble? It will be fine. It's not like this is the most high security place in the world. I'm sure all the nurses would be too worried about the geezers to pay attention to whatever we'll be doing anyways. Especially with you distracting them. Oh, okay. Oh, right. I suppose I did say I would do that, didn't I? You did. So don't let me down, okay? Oh no, Mary. I'll try not to. Yes, and I have to end the episode right here. So that's all for Cemetery Mary, Twyla's Road. See you later in the next episode where we will beat up some geezers. Don't do that. Bye bye.